On Christmas Eve, December 24th, 1945, a fire destroyed the Sodder residence in Fayetteville, West Virginia. At the time, it was occupied by George Sodder, his wife Jenny, and 9 of their 10 children. During the fire, George, Jenny, and 4 of the 9 children escaped. The bodies of the other 5 children have never been found. The surviving Sodder family believed for the rest of their lives that the 5 missing children had survived. The Sodders never rebuilt the house, instead of converting the site into a memorial garden to the lost children. In the 1950s, as they came to doubt that the children had perished, the family put up a billboard site along Route State 16 with pictures of the 5. Offering a reward for information that would bring closure to the case, state and federal efforts to investigate the case further in early 1950s yielded no new information. The family did, however, later receive what may have been a picture of one of the boys as an adult during the 1960s. The last surviving daughter, along with their grandchildren, continued to publicize the case into the 21st century in the media and online. December 24th, 1945. The evening had started out normal. The oldest daughter had gotten off her job at the local dime store and brought presents for her siblings. With new toys, she had got them for gifts. The younger children were so excited that they asked their mother if they could stay up past what had been their usual bedtime. At 1 a.m., Jenny was awakened by the sound of an object hitting the house's roof with a loud bang, then a rolling noise. After hearing nothing further, she had went back to sleep. After another half hour, she woke up again, smelling smoke. When she got up, she found that the room George used for his office was on fire around the telephone line and fuse box. Jenny woke him. He in turn woke his older sons. Both parents and 4 of their children, Marion, Sylvia, John, and George Jr., escaped the house. They frantically yelled to the children upstairs, but heard no response. They could not go up there, as the stairway itself was already aflame. John said, in his first police interview after the fire, that he had went up to the attic to alert his siblings sleeping there, though he later changed his story to say that he only called up there and did not actually see them. Efforts to find aid and rescue the children were unexpectedly complicated. The phone did not work, so Marion ran to the neighbor's house to call the Fayetteville Fire Department. A driver on the nearby road had also seen the flames and called for a nearby tavern. They too were unsuccessful, either because they could not reach the operator or because their phone turned out to be broken. Either the neighbor or the passing motorist was eventually successful in reaching the fire department. From another phone in the center of town, George, barefoot, climbed the outside wall and broke open an attic window, cutting his arm in the process. He and his sons intended to use a ladder to the attic to rescue the other children, but it was not in its usual resting spot against the house and could not be found anywhere nearby. A water barrel that could have been used to extinguish the fire was frozen solid. George then tried to pull both of the trucks he used in his business up to the house and use them to climb the attic window, but neither of them would start despite having worked perfectly the previous day. Frustrated, the 6 Sodders who had escaped had no choice but to watch the house burn down and collapse over the next 45 minutes. They assured the other 5 children had perished in the blaze. The fire department, low on manpower due to the war, relying on individual firefighters to call each other, did not respond until later that morning. Chief F.J. Morris said the next day that the already slow response was further hampered by his inability to drive the fire truck, requiring that he wait until someone who could drive was available. 5 bodies of the other children have never been found. The surviving Sodder family believed for the rest of their lives that the 5 missing children had survived.